We're going to talk about this. Make sure y'all like the stream. We're going to talk about this. I actually wasn't sure whether I was going to go live today, because there's another video I'm working on that's really going to be crazy that I'm going to have produced for y'all tomorrow. Because I got all my stuff up here, links and stuff I'm looking at, research and whatnot. But I said, okay, I'm back. Let's see if people notice that I left. Let's see. Shout out to everybody that's here. Salute to everybody. Yes, I'm still here. Hopefully there's no connection issues. I don't know what it is, but whenever I tend to go live a little bit later in the day, I would say after about 8, I have these issues, connection issues. So I'm just going to go with it. And, this stream might be short, might be long, who knows. But we're going to get into this. Let me clear some of this stuff. We're going to talk about this video that went viral. This video right here. I don't know if any of you have seen this video, but a restaurant owner took matters into his own hands, man. Sometimes you just got to do that. When you see people trying to ruin your business, you have to take things into your own hands. And he had to tell those women, don't come to my business with your fuckery. And that's what goes on, man. And I'm glad he did it. I think it needed to be said in that moment. I think a lot of times you have a lot of these women who've gotten away with doing whatever it is they wanted to do. But I guess not anymore, because they're being held accountable for their actions. Okay, we got buffering going on. Okay, let's see what's going on here. All right. Yo, you there? Can y'all hear me good? They flagged his Yelp page. Wow. See, when you tell black women the truth, that's what they do. When you tell black women the truth, man, they get the flagging. They get the cars in trouble, trying to ruin your business. Hey, black women, let me tell you something. You have no right to go to somebody's business and act a complete fool. You deserve to be checked, period. And we're going to get to this video. All right, let me refresh this. All right, let's see who's here. Let's see. M. Weezy, True, Nick, Kawabina, Not Important, Vernon, 85 Last Sigil, Jane, J. John, Gerald, Miss Tech, Kid Giles, Genuine Smoker, Nick, Dane, Brian, OG For Real, Larry, Brian, Illuminati, Amani, Landon, Larry, Kenny, Adino, One Nathan, Shad, Angela, see, Sheila. Isaac, 25 kid. Prince. Look, okay. Red Planet. David. MC. Michael McKinney. Listen, man, if the stream continues to F up, man, I may have to do the stream tomorrow. I don't know what it is. It looks, like I said, the internet signal on my end, on my computer looks good. But for some reason, I don't know if it's just a bunch of people streaming at the same time. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe a bunch of people are just streaming at the same time. I'm watching the stream on this. I mean, the stream looks good. Make sure y'all like the stream regardless. Ain't nothing changed. What's good, Vern? Black women ruin everything. Let me tell you. Listen, black women. Let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all stay offended, and you wonder why you don't have no friends or no man. You wonder why you ain't got no friends or no man. You constantly are alienating everybody around you. This needs to stop in order for you to be able to lead a more happy life. You have to find a way of not being offended and upset about everything. So understand this, people. We're going to get into this video, but I know that there's a lot of you black women and some of you black males, because y'all think like women, who are upset at this guy who owns this restaurant. You don't think that he has the right to have standards in his business when it comes to y'all? Because I guarantee you, if a black man was acting a fool in there, you would be one of the main ones checking him, telling him he needs to chill out. You know you would. But when it comes to the black woman or the melanated woman in America, you can't tell her anything that is anywhere near the truth. This is why they fail all the time in their relationships. This is why you're single and no one wants you. I'm not talking about all of you, but you heifers that's upset, yeah, nobody wants you. And this is why, because you don't want the truth. You don't want the truth. Okay, let's see. Let's go to this video. Let's see what the great black businessman has to say on this situation with these twerking thizzots at his business.
I invested a lot of money into buying this building, into developing this concept, so black people can have somewhere nice to go to, okay? Somewhere where we can feel good about ourselves as a... Come on! Stop the music, please! Somewhere where our...
And they playing music up in there. Maybe that's what got them dancing, was the fact that they're in there. Some music was playing in the background. But again, I know there are restaurants that play music, so that's not anything new as far as them playing music in certain restaurants. I know when I go to a restaurant, I don't want to hear no music. I want to be able to eat. And if I'm amongst, companions, people that I know and cool with, we're conversating, I don't want to hear no music blasting in the background. You think this is like a club? This is a restaurant.
People can feel good about ourselves as a culture, okay? Yeah. No, real talk. And so all this twerking and shit, take it to Prime, take it to Pink. Don't bring it here because we're a restaurant. And so beyond that...
He said take it to those places. Shout out to Nick the Magnificent. Appreciate that, man. He said take it to the other restaurants. I think that's what pissed those chicks off. He said take your business elsewhere.
75% of my customers are ladies. And I'm on men to show respect for themselves for how they...
Yo, is anybody here? Let me check it. Let me see if they done already rendered this. No, I'm here. Yo, if you here, say something in the chat, man. I am here right now. Here. Just let people know I'm live. Let me type something in the chat. Let them know I'm here. I'm here. Who else is here? Let me refresh this. Let me know something in the chat. Hold up. See, no wonder. You know, this only happens when I go live. When I go live at night, that's when this shit happens. Is when I go live at night. It's almost like it's unincentivizing people to go live late at night. But what if I want to go live late at night? This shit is crazy. All right. Salute to everybody that's here. Hopefully I don't have no more issues. If I do, I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably be here cursing and being upset and angry. Yeah, they do got to fix this, man, because it's like, I want to stream too. I want to talk about these heifers being online, and they're not giving me the opportunity to do it with this BS. Now, refresh. I want everybody to put in the chat, refresh, because I'm pretty sure people looking at the screen. Make sure you refresh if you have to. Like the stream. Hold on, let me put it in the chat too. Refresh. Let's see. Go ahead and refresh so we can get to it. I was just about to go in, man. I was just about to go in. I was getting to the point, but I'm going to get back to it. What's going on? Y'all hear me? Hey, do y'all hear me? Do y'all hear me? Yo, I don't know what it is, but I've been having this issue, I would say, for the last week and a half, off and on. And tomorrow's show is going to be even better than this was going to be. I promise you that. Tomorrow's show is going to be a lot better than this. And this shit will never happen again. This whole stream going in and out, it's not going to happen again. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. From now on, my streams are going to work, and we're not going to have these issues. That's why tomorrow, I'm going to make sure that the show tomorrow is even better than this one was going to be. I might even do 2 shows tomorrow. Fuck it. I might even do 2 shows tomorrow. I want to talk about these heifers. And this guy standing up for his business. But I can't even do that because of what's going on. And I've been doing a lot of shifting. I've been moving stuff around in my house. I've been redoing this area here, which I'm recording in. I'm gonna do well, one will probably be early in the afternoon. I would say between 2 and 3. After I post the video that I'm working on. There was a project I was working on before I decided to go live today. Y'all gonna see it tomorrow. After I post that video, then I'm gonna go live, and I may go live again later on that night. Because I got shit I gotta say. I got stuff I gotta say. Stop trying to hold me back. Damn it. Shout out to Steve. Much respect. Thank you, Steve. I ain't got a cash out too. Let me read it real quick. Shout out to James with the cash out. Thank you, man. Let me see if I can go ahead and, without any interruptions, finish this off, because I don't want to leave this content unfinished. So let's get into this. This is going to be like take 5. I got a much smaller audience here, but y'all already know what's been going on. All right. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can do this again real quick. Shout out to Liana. Put those girls on blast, Jay. Let's see if I can do this without no issues with the stream. Let's see if I can do this real quick. All right. Hold up.
I invested a lot of money into buying this building, into developing this concept, so black people can have somewhere nice to go to, okay? Somewhere where we can feel good about ourselves as a... Come on! Stop the music, please! Somewhere where our people can feel good about ourselves as a culture, okay? Yeah. No, real talk. And so all this twerking and shit, take it to Prime, take it to Pink, don't bring it here because we're a restaurant. And so beyond that, 75% of my customers are ladies. And I want men to show respect for themselves for how they carry themselves here. So how can I tell the men to respect themselves and you guys are twerking on glass here? If you want to do it, get the fuck out my restaurant. Because I did it for our people and I did it for our culture.
You said get out.
Don't do it again. I don't want to hear it. If you don't like it, get out because I don't need your money. I need to provide something for my people. And don't do it again. Thank you.
And yeah, you gotta defend your business at all costs, man. You can't just allow people to be twerking on glass. You know how much home training lists you gotta be to be twerking on glass? Jesus Christ. And these women wonder why they can't keep a man. Hey, you can't keep a man because you're at restaurants twerking on glass. That's what's going on, ladies. Do you know why you can't find a black man? Because if we see you as nothing more than somebody that shakes their assets, that shows off their assets, you're not going to get a man that sees you for the you that you want them to see you as. They're going to see you as just another attention-seeking female that is only happy when she's able to show off her ample backside. Have y'all noticed in photos, the chicks, they're not smiling when they're in front of, like when they're facing the camera, right? Have y'all noticed when they turn around and look back, they're smiling, they're laughing, they're jovial because they get to show off the one thing that they have value, that gives them value? Yo, we live, like the stream, people. Hopefully it doesn't cut in and out. Again, after tonight, this won't happen again. Especially on my end, I know for sure. They're jovial to just show you the one thing that they value more than anything. Because there's nothing else that they can show a value except for their degrees that doesn't make them a lot of money. And it makes them okay money, but doesn't make them enough for them to be bragging about. If I'm going to brag about a degree, it's going to be a degree where I'm making a lot of money that can pay off my student loans in a shorter amount of time than what it's taken a lot of these particular women to do. Now, you have people who have an issue with this guy basically laying down the law in his business. Let me tell you something. That man has every right to not want you in his business. It is a privilege to be at his business because he owns that business. He doesn't have to have you in his business. Hold on. Well, let me go to Twitter real quick. I still got a good show that I have planned tomorrow. But the fact that people, they said that they flagged his Yelp. I believe they're trying to boycott him. They're on social media. They're upset. You see, us as men, we can't hold these particular women accountable anymore. If you're a man and you try to hold these women accountable, you're going to be seen as the bad guy. You're going to be seen as a misogynist. You know, you're trying to talk down to these women. And these women wonder why, once again, their relationships fail. Because a lot of these women never had a father in their life. There's a lot of these black women, they never had a black father in their life. Because if they had a black father in their life that actually cared about them, that actually raised them, they will understand when a man is given directions, when a man has a certain standard, they would understand that. But a lot of these women never had a father in their life. So they don't know when a black man is being stern, when a black man has standards, they don't understand that. So they rebel against it. And that's their problem. That's their downfall. But they want to blame us as if we're trying to campaign for them to just be miserable. No. You're putting yourself in that situation. You can blame us all you want to, but look at where you are in society. Look at how you are treating yourself. Look at how you're out here thinking that you have value, but you got 2 or 3 kids by 2 or 3 different men. What man who is a man who has standards, a man who's successful, he's not going to want that. And that's why you see a culture of women trying to build a higher valued man, because they know that they're not going to be able to get the attention of one. So they go and get one of these dusty males and they try to build him up, get him a job, get him on the right track, when mentally he's already screwed up. You can't fix him. He just needs a place to stay. He's not really looking for anything. He's not looking to change anything. Like, you got a lot of these guys, right? You got a lot of these guys. They only see themselves as, their value is how many women I can get. But they don't talk about the fact that a lot of those women don't respect them. A lot of those women disrespect them, kick them out the house, mistreat them, get them locked up, have them all on child support. They don't talk about that. And that's the thing, like, that's why you're seeing the pushback towards this guy. This guy has every right to tell these women, listen, I have standards, I have rules. If you want to twerk on my glass that I have to clean, then you need to go somewhere else. You're not going to do that here. You're not going to disrespect my business that I put hard work into, that I make sure it has a very quality look to it. And if y'all look at the video, it's nothing but black women. Where were the black men? Where were the melanated men? It was just a bunch of single women. It was a few dudes, but most of the people that you saw in there are females. Unless you know females are comfortable being there. So obviously he's created an atmosphere that makes them comfortable, makes them come back for more, right? So they should honor his rules, because I guarantee if he was Caucasian, they would honor his rules. They wouldn't be twerking all in the Caucasian man's restaurant. But they get to this man's restaurant and they want to act a complete fool. And I think the one mistake that I think he's making in this situation, I think the one mistake he's made is that he says he's doing this for the people. He's doing this for black people. Being just for black people and wanting to just build something for black people, I don't think that works anymore. I think that you need to build something that's successful for, I mean, you can have a niche, that's fine. But you got to understand there are going to be people who look like you, bro. They're not going to respect you, and they're going to find any reason to tear you down. But even when you're saying that you're doing something for them, you see people, that sounds good on Twitter, right? That sounds good on Instagram, right? To say that you're building something for the melanated people, right? You're building something. That sounds good. That sounds good. But when you put it into practice, these people don't believe that, man. They don't care about supporting melanated businesses. They don't even support melanated businesses. They go and they shop at the Koreans. They go and shop with the Indians. They go and shop with the, who else? With the, who else they shop with? Caucasians. They shop with everybody but you. And they find every excuse why they don't want to support you. Listen, I'm going to support businesses I like. I don't even care about the customer service as long as the people ain't disrespectful towards me, as long as they are professional. You know, everybody has bad customer service. I don't care what company. I think I've encountered bad customer service at just about any business you can think of. Some more than others. Okay? So we can't use that excuse all the time. There's just going to be that one bad apple that's going to try to spoil it for everybody, but you can't, especially if you like what the business is offering. But that excuse is used when it comes to black businesses. But these same people get on social media talking about we need to support black businesses. They're making Instagram posts that these are the black businesses that you should go and support. And they'll put all these black businesses in the description. Businesses they don't even frequent. They only frequent them if the business is paying them. Just complete frauds. Just absolutely complete frauds. Exactly, Sham. You need to build your business for pretty much everybody. There are Caucasian people that eat soul food. There are Caucasian people that are into a lot of things that are more quote unquote urban. All right. How many Caucasian people y'all see wearing Air Jordan tennis shoes, right? That's a Michael Jordan brand sneaker, but you will see a lot of non-melanated people wearing it. You know? And I'm pretty sure back in the day y'all used to see non-blacks with the No Limit clothing, with the Sean John. You know, you have to build a business for everybody, man. Now you can, like you said, hire black, right? You can have black people running it, managing it, hiring people who look like you. That's what a lot of businesses do. They serve everybody, but the infrastructure is people that look like them. I remember I went to a Subway a couple years back. There were, I believe, some Mexicans that ran it. And a dude was working there with his wife, and I think somebody else that was Mexican, right? But they service everybody, and they're in a good part of town to where they're getting a lot of traffic, right? So I just think that this idea of I'm doing this for the people, y'all need to lose it, because it's gonna be thrown back. It's gonna blow up in your face, and it's blowing up in his face. Unfortunately for him, it's really blowing up in his face, and I don't think that. I don't think he had the intention of trying to just hate black women. I don't think he did it with the intention of trying to make them feel bad, trying to denigrate them. He says that a large number of his customer base is melanated women. So I don't think he went into it trying to disrespect them. He just got tired of them acting a complete fool in his restaurant, because I don't think this was the first time this happened. I think they've done it before. And maybe because they were playing music in the background, because again, he had to tell one of the guys to turn the music off. Shout out to TWERKlNG, Fubu, Cross Colors, Crocodile. Right. Yeah, how many Caucasian dudes y'all seeing wearing that type of clothing, right? So you definitely want to build a business that gives you a large customer base, but definitely the infrastructure can definitely be people that look like you, right? But doesn't mean your customers have to only be that, because you're losing a lot of money, and you're going to marginalize yourself to being basically, you're basically at the mercy of black people when it comes to your financial business. And you definitely don't want to be in that situation, because black people will see that. And whenever they don't like something you say, they want to cancel you. But I think it's still a good thing that he stood up for his business. He has a standard, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with standing up for your business. You don't want people treating your business like it's a club, because it's not a club. Make sure y'all like the stream. Listen, if I seen females twerking in my restaurant, I'm going to get up and I'm going to say some things that maybe not as nice as he said it. Even though people say, well, he kind of went at him kind of hard. Damn, man, please, let me see you twerking in my restaurant. I don't know if that's a restaurant for singles. I don't know if that's a restaurant for young peoples in their 20s and 30s. But you are not going to get yourself up on glass I have to clean and twerk just for attention. You're that attention starved that you have to get up in a restaurant and twerk. I'm telling you, a lot of those women are single. And when they see a group of dudes, they get to wanting their attention, because a lot of these women are single. They have no people skills. They don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to really make conversations with men unless they're with their friends and they can act in very slowish manners, This man wants to build a high-class restaurant, and he don't want y'all coming in there and basically niggifying it. If you want to leave the restaurant, you want to go outside and do all the twerking, go ahead and do that. And that's why a lot of melanated women, that's why they're losing right now. I don't care how many degrees you got. I don't care what Kamala Harris could or might do. First of all, she's not black, but you're losing right now. A lot of y'all are single. A lot of y'all have mental issues. A lot of you are single mothers to kids that half of you don't even want. And you're alcoholics. Like, I seen a video on World Star Hip Hop today. This dude was taking a photo of, I guess, his girlfriend. Of course, he taking the pictures of her backside. He goes to open the door and she's already like throwing up all over the front steps, because they went out drinking and she drunk way too much. Because a lot of women like that are basically semi-alcoholics. They're hooked on pills. They're hooked on weed. Some of them are taking cocaine. Let's be real, they're taking coke. They're getting high out here. They're getting high out here. They're drinking. They're partying. They need psychological help, and they're just not getting it. The simps that they're in relationships with don't want them to change, because as long as they can get them drunk and let them do whatever they want to do, as long as they're getting to have relations with them, they're cool with that. You women got to stop dating these simps, man. They are enabling you down a very bad path. And that's why a lot of them, again, are drinking, because they realize I'm with this lame simp ass male. We really need to do better out here. I'm going to play the video again. Listen to this man's speech. Listen, if y'all want to see the video, where I'm going to put it. Here's the video. Y'all go and check that video. I'm gonna play the video again. This man, it's a very good speech by this man. This is a very good speech. All right, let's see. Play the video.
I invested a lot of money into buying this building, into developing this concept, so black people can have somewhere nice to go to, okay? Somewhere where we can feel good about ourselves as a... Come on! Stop the music, please!
Dewan, stop that music, Dewan.
Ourselves as a culture, okay?
Dewan, stop that music, man. Stop playing that music forever, Dewan.
Yeah. No, real talk. And so all this twerking and shit, take it to Prime, take it to Pink, don't bring it here because we're a restaurant. And so beyond that, 75% of my customers...
Go twerk for your man that you refuse to give the box to.
Customers are ladies. And I want men to show respect for themselves for how they carry themselves here. So how can I tell the men to respect themselves and you guys are twerking on glass here? If you want to do it, get the fuck out my restaurant. Because I did it for our people and I did it for our culture. So don't do it now. Don't do it again. I don't want to hear it. If you don't like it, get out because I don't need your money. I need to provide something for my people. And don't do it again. Thank you.
He said, thank you. Thank you. Y'all going to this man's restaurant, man, acting complete. Y'all are adults. These are a lot of, I bet you a lot of the women there are in their 20s and 30s. Some are in their 40s, probably in their 50s. They should know better. They should know better, man. Who gets up and twerks in a restaurant? Black women. Black women. Yo, there was like a viral picture or a viral story about this Caucasian female, right? She graduated from like a HBCU, right? And she was also in a fraternity. Blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girl, right? And it's like she's getting a lot of praise. And it's like she just went through the journey of what it would be like to be black. And it just, you can see through the picture, she felt like she accomplished something. And what a lot of these females who are patting on the back, who looking at her and her, Black Lives Matter, she's uplifting the black woman. Black women fall for that shit every time. That's nothing but game. This chick played Jedi mind tricks with black women to fit in with them just so she can sleep with your men. Just so she could sleep with your men. And y'all thinking, oh, she's a part of us. She's an ally, right? Because y'all know y'all worship white women. And unbeknownst to y'all, she goes viral. And she's going to be able to get those higher valued black men that y'all complain that you can't get. All up under your nose. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Y'all let Blondie just come into the game and just go to the HBCU and go to the, everything a black woman did, she did. And guess who she gonna probably be married to? I'll tell you, man. Who loves the white woman more? No, it's okay. Oh, man. Listen, man. Stop going to these restaurants, twerking, and just acting a complete fool. Stop doing that. Y'all ain't even twerking on your man at home. Y'all ain't giving them none, but y'all want to twerk and show your goodies for random strangers. Right, Steven? Talking about where your check at. Get your check, and you go ahead and pay to leave. Pay to leave. Shout out to Angela C. Appreciate that, Angela C. Go ahead and get the check. You can go. Make sure you pay. Y'all don't want it. Listen, it separates the women that had daddies from the women that didn't have daddies. If you are a black woman and you had a father, you need to separate yourself from these women that didn't have a father, because I guarantee you, they don't know what it's like to have a strong, melanated man in their life. And she's going to be nothing but a bad influence on you. Not all these women, but a lot of them. Because a melanated man talking to them in a very stern manner, they're not used to that. They're not used to that, especially if it's his business, because they think that they have say so over how he runs his business. And then they wonder why nobody wants them. Miss, nobody wants you because you're a detriment to yourself and everybody else. You do nothing but cause chaos between yourself and everybody else. You think you're winning because Kamala, she ain't Black Harris, is possibly going to the White House. You're acting like you won. I'm seeing all these, and that's another thing too that's been annoying me. I was on Instagram randomly, right? I'll be on there randomly here and there when I'm a little bored. And I'm looking at all these black women on their pages celebrating Trump losing. They're really happy about Trump losing. Like the liberal-minded woman is a very confused woman. And y'all notice most of these women that hate Trump, they don't have a man, right? Or if they with a guy, they're taking care of him. You know, they're in a relationship where she's the breadwinner. She makes the decisions. He's just there for her to have somebody to ride. And maybe babysit so she can go out and do what she wants to do. So they're so happy Trump lost. Oh, they so happy. They so happy. You go to their pages. I seen this one chick. She put up. She's a so-called fitness model, quote unquote. And she had this post where Trump. They know the scene from. I think it was Boys in the Hood. Well, Ricky was running. Y'all know the scene. He's running and dude shoots him in the back. And I guess Trump was quote unquote Ricky. And I'm like, why are you so happy? You're happy that a sexual deviant could possibly be president? That's interesting. Allegedly. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, melanated men, something. Stand your ground. Don't give an inch. I don't care how much of this fake, fraudulent behavior that they display for like 5 minutes, and then they turn around and they continue on the same BS. Listen, there's nothing wrong with twerking if you're twerking in your own home, okay? Or you're amongst your friends or whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe you're on vacation or whatnot. But when you're twerking in public at a restaurant, no, you're not going to be able to do that. I remember I saw a video, right? It was a big female. She's like considered a BBW, right? She's walking into this restaurant. There was this Caucasian family. There's a big family sitting at a table eating, right? Family with kids. You had this black female just walk up next to the table and she started twerking. And the dude, I guess he was the father or something like that. I guess he was the father. He stood up like, hey, what are you doing? And she walked away like it was funny. And it was like, you're that desperate for white attention that you got to go and twerk in front of a family with their kids at the table? Yeah, the club. You want to twerk in the club, that's perfectly fine. It's a club. It's a club. But when people are eating and you're dancing on, the glass wall, that's a problem. That's a problem. And I'm telling you, mental illness is rampant in the melanated community. And people want to get upset when I say that. No, that's a reality. Mental illness is running rampant. Meds needs to be taken. These chicks need to take their meds. Just like some of you dudes need to take your meds before you get on social media. I think there are women out here who need to take their meds too. A lot of y'all not taking your medication, man. And you're on social media all day long and you can just tell these people have a mental illness, man. And I want you to take to be able to take your medication and to get help. We need to do something about mental. People say that the biggest problem we have in society is racism. No, I think the biggest problem we have is mental illness. Mental illness is running rampant out here. And a lot of you people are not getting checked. A lot of you people need help. A lot of you people need a therapist, or you need to work on your mental health, because a lot of you people are mentally just not all there. Shout out to Shy. I blame Morgan the Stallion. I mean, Meg. You know, speaking of Meg, y'all know Meg the Stallion's friend basically exposed her as being basically a thought. You know, she's a lap hopper. She likes to hop from one lap to another. And when you are a deeply insecure woman, that is what you're going to do. You got these deeply insecure women who hop from guy to guy. They get off on sleeping with the boyfriends of their friends or women that they know. Like, people are saying that Meg was possibly now hooking up with Travis Scott privately. That's because Travis Scott would never, ever wife her and claim her. You know, Travis, you know, he's always going to be linked to Kylie. But that's just the desperation. That's just the desperation with women like that who have deep insecurity issues. Let me tell you something. I don't care what these women like Meg Thee Stallion will say. That deep insecurity will make them do things that you don't think she would do. But stop. Let me tell you, you melanated women, something, man. Men are not dumb. Men are waking up, and men are starting to see what's going on, and they're starting to see you for who you are. And you need to understand that before you get on social media, start, to say anything about us. You need to understand your mental health and where you are. Shout out to Big Will. Black community has been overrun by these daggles. Hashtag no black man, no black family. Thanks, man. I just think that people need to get themselves together. I don't want to have to constantly be your therapist. I see you, Janie. Shout out to Shy. Trying to bully Michael B. Jordan to Meg, but isn't he hooking up with Lori Harvey? I'm sorry, Michael B. Jordan can't save them all, man. And I don't think Meg wants to be saved. You can't save somebody that don't want to be saved. Meg Thee Stallion don't want to be saved. Why are people trying to save her? She don't want to be saved. Listen, I do want black women to wake up and understand where they're gonna fall in history. I just think that a lot of black men are waking up to who they truly are, and until black women understand that, they're gonna be sort of lost, or they're gonna be buying into the program. A lot of them have. They're into this whole, holding hands with different ethnic groups and, building one world, one nation under a rainbow sky. That's what they're about. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They would never go into any of these Caucasian restaurants twerking and dancing. But because you got a room full of other melanated women, you got some melanated men, you say, oh, it's party time. This is why you can't be in a room full of a bunch of black people, because they're going to act out. They're going to wild out. Listen, man, I don't even want to be in a store with a bunch of black people. I remember I went to the movies, earlier this year to see the Bad Boys film. Nothing but black people shoulder to shoulder. I said never again. So I can only imagine going to a restaurant. Shout out to S. Butter, Linyara. Appreciate that, man. Shout out to Ednice. Jaye, here is my late fee. Thanks, Ednice. Well, I've been having technical issues, but I appreciate it. Shout out to Shout. Will you touch me on the bees? Will you touch on the Burt's Bees ad incident? What? Nah. I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna look into it. I don't know if I'm gonna do a whole live stream on it or video, but you just have to see. Oh, excuse me. You know, as they probably would, but not like that. If they do twerk, it's gonna be like amongst themselves. They're not gonna be like dancing on the wall or dancing on the glass, dancing all in the lobby, like nothing like that. But make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't. Listen, I want melanated women to understand a lot of these melanated men, so y'all may think they're dumb. You may think that they socially ain't where you are. They're not as accomplished as you are. Understand, they're waking up slowly. Black men are waking up, and no, it's not the incels. You got women that want to claim that only the incels have a problem with them. Oh no. You got black men who come from different walks of life, man. Guys who've been married, guys who have been in relationships, are in relationships, are married. They're all saying the same thing. They're all waking up. And that's one of the best things about, I would say, social media or YouTube, is the fact that these guys are waking up and they're actually doing better. Okay? You got some guys that are doing worse. You got a lot of these guys that, they are going backwards. You can tell that they've never left a plantation. They've always been about woman first. They've always been about putting women on a pedestal. And they wonder why those women show absolutely no respect for them. They were looking for any reason to find a Nawalt, any reason to say, you know what, she ain't like that. So understand this, gentlemen. Understand there's going to be women out here. Y'all know I did a video about Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor has become a troll. Like, she is responding to everybody that disagrees with her. She's turned into a troll, man. And that's what happens when you're at home with a bottle of wine every night and no man, especially on Thanksgiving, and you want to argue with men for that male energy. There's a lot of women out here that don't have strong male energy at home. So they go look for it on social media. And they want to fight against it because there's that feminism in them, deeply rooted in them. Shout out to Shy again. That would kill Chuck E. Cheese. So I want to talk about the situation that, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. What's her name? Y'all know the situation with the Vanderbilt soccer player, right? She got Derek Mason fired, like I knew she would. Did y'all know that Becky went into the locker room at halftime and she chastised those guys, those football players, for not giving enough heart, for not giving enough passion during the game, just to go out in the second half and do that stupid, ugly kick? And then next thing you know, the administration fires Derek Mason. You know why they did that? Because those players saw through Derek Mason's bullshit. They said, why is this girl talking down to us? She's not even a football player. Why is she even here? And that is what's going on in society. You have women overstepping their bounds and they're overreaching. When you have not done the work, when you have not gone out there and been in those practices, been in those tour days, when you don't have the talent that those scholarship athletes have, you have no right to talk down to them. And that's why I said Derek Mason deserved to get fired. How can you do that to your own players? That's an example of poor black male leadership. What you see with this guy from the restaurant is what you would call strong black male leadership. You have weak black male leadership, and then you have strong black male leadership. And that's what's going on. We have two different forces. When I did my podcast recently about the red pill versus the blue pill civil war that is going on, it ain't a gender war. It's these blue pill males who don't like the fact that we're not begging for the validation of women like they are. They have to lie to these women to sleep with them. I've never had to lie to a woman to sleep with her, ever. But they do, because a lot of these guys are mentally, they think like women, and they've never themselves had strong male leadership. They've always had to go out here and go the extra mile to lie to women and deceive them and to make them believe that they're on the same page with them, talking about how they're goddesses and how everything's the man's fault, just going out of their way to completely simp their way into sleeping with those women. It's crazy. Shout out to Shy again. Sarah Fuller getting drafted before Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, I don't think the NFL is that dumb, but you just never know. And you know what's crazy? The female Sarah Fuller, right? That joined the Vanderbilt football team. Did y'all know her Instagram following? She had less than 10,000 followers. Now she has over 140,000 followers on Instagram, just like that. And she's a senior. And I guarantee you, when her soccer career is over at Vanderbilt, I guarantee you she's going to get an OnlyFans. How many of y'all want to bet she gets an OnlyFans? There was a gymnast from West Virginia. She went viral, right? A couple years ago. She has an OnlyFans. Because that's the only, because then when these women realize that there are men who actually like them for their bodies, one, Sarah's going to kick the boyfriend to the curb. Watch. She's going to kick the boyfriend to the curb. She's going to go full Instagram model, and she's going to start dating one of these athletes or one of these rappers with OnlyFans. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. She got 140,000 followers in like a couple of days. She going to kick that boyfriend to the curb, watch. And she's going to go full Instagram model in the next couple of months, I guarantee you. She might stop because she's a senior. I don't know if they're going to have a soccer season. I thought they were having one right now. Once she's done with her soccer obligations with Vanderbilt, she's going to go full Instagram model. Because she comes off as one of these, athlete white girls, a little bit on the curvy side, and, has always lived a bit of a boring life. She wants some excitement. What's the next step? Dating one of these Negroes. Shout out to Ednice. Jay, speak with your chest. I'm here for it. I'm going to sleep good tonight. Thank you, Ednice. Appreciate the support, Ednice. Steve said, let's put some money on it. I guarantee you she's going to be on OnlyFans by next year. When a female who probably already has some insecurities, she gains a following like that, and then she gonna have her DMs blowing up that she never had blow up before, she's gonna change everything about herself. And we have nobody to thank but these stupid social justice warriors. These people like Joy Taylor who get on social media and want to troll people and want to attack people for criticizing this sideshow at Vanderbilt. Like, I did my video about Sarah Fuller. Did y'all know these people went and thumbs the video down because they didn't like what I was saying? That's what happens when you are effective and you hurt feelings. These people want to act like we're supposed to ignore the obvious. Shout out to Saliva. Yeah, the Jets got some issues, man. First, they got to stop. They got to start with that whole organization clean out. But yeah. Now, again, you got an example of strong male leadership, which is this guy, this restaurant owner, and then you got weak male leadership like Derek Mason at Vanderbilt getting fired, winless. A terrible head coach, should never be a head coach ever again. The guy should be a defensive coordinator for a high school. He should not be a major college head football coach or whatever. You know. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. This is what happens in society. They don't want us as men putting these women in their place. You have to put women in their place, because if you don't, they're going to be wayward. And without instructions, they are headed for so much destruction. What's good, Ricky? They are headed for a very bad place. I'm telling you, man, this chick, Sarah Fuller, we haven't heard the last of her. She's going to do some interviews probably and this and that, but I'm telling you, she's going to dump the boyfriend and she's going to end up dealing with one of these athletes or one of these rappers, one of these basketball players. You know, these chicks love basketball players. She's going to end up one of them. She's a bit of a tall chick. She got over 140,000 followers. You know, her DMs is getting hit up heavy. Y'all know how much these brothers love the curvy white girls. You know? Blonde. Know y'all like them blonde. Ain't fooling me. Yeah, know y'all like them blonde. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. We were able to make something of this stream, even though it almost went to shit. So salute to everybody that's here. I'm going to go for as long as I can go on the stream. But like I said, tomorrow's stream will work so much better. I promise you that. But so much got to be done, man. Oh yeah, man. What is it with these chicks coming to my Instagram want to argue? I got this one female who should be somewhere making her boyfriend happy or husband happy, but she's in my comment section arguing. Like, why are you arguing? You're burning so much energy on other men you don't know instead of trying to make your life better. What's up? What's going on with that, man? Grace says you like them blonde too. Oh man, Grace is hurt. I seen your comment, Grace. Grace is hurt. Grace is in her feels right now. Grace, why are you in your feels? Grace, why are you in your feels? You should be enjoying the show. But you're upset and you're here to tell me how upset you are. You know? I gotta ask some of you ladies that get upset with me and still watch. Why do y'all get in your feelings when you're watching every show, you watch every video, but you're upset and angry? What's the problem? I don't watch people that make me upset. I really don't. I avoid their content. But you don't like the fact that I'm agreeing with this guy checking these women about messing up his business? Like, come on. Let's talk about that, man. I know you've never had strong male energy in your life ever because you're used to dating men that are dependent on you. You're used to dating men that are dependent. You're used to dating men that need you. That is why you're constantly in your feels when a man steps to you like, You're not going to do this. Not on my watch. Shout out to William Grayson. Thanks, man. And then you wonder why you can't find Mr. Perfect. You know, the tall, you know, athletically built alpha male with street, with street credibility and a brain to match. They canceled me on Twitter because Shan, they canceled you on Twitter. Shan, I wouldn't even give any energy to weak lames who probably don't even they're on social media off their meds. Like tomorrow by tomorrow they'll be done forgot that they canceled you. A lot of those people just are they're in a total depressive state, and Twitter is their therapy. They always canceling somebody. I am here. Let's see if y'all can see me. Yo. This is why I'm not taking phone calls, man. Because of this issue. Says everything is good now. Y'all hear me in the chat? Do y'all hear me? Don't tell me y'all don't went to bed. Y'all don't went to bed. It's crazy. Listen, hey, let me tell y'all something, man. I don't know if they like fucking with me or they like, man, we ain't gonna let this dude breathe. We ain't gonna let him breathe on here. He talking about them Elvis and things, man. We can't have him talking about that. We can't have him out here hold these women accountable, man. We gotta fuck with him, man. We gonna let everything ride and we gonna Y'all see how they do me today, man. You know? Miss Tech says she listened to the stream while playing Call of Duty. Shout out to all my gamers. I know I told y'all I was gonna do some gaming, but some stuff has been coming up. I've been constantly working on stuff. I do want to game because I feel like I'm a very good gamer. Don't matter what it is. The passion ain't there like it used to be, but I'm working towards it. I think some of you be surprised at the games that I do play though. Yeah, YouTube let me breathe. Damn. Me and YouTube have a very complicated relationship, man. And we have for quite some time, man. Me and YouTube, we've had, as me, YouTube, and OBS, we've had a very complicated relationship for like the last, 5-6 years? I say for the last 5 years. So we've had a very complicated relationship. Very complicated relationship, man. But listen, man. I think I'm a damn good gamer, man. I'm a little rusty, but it don't take me that long to get into it. I'm a perfectionist, and I still want to do it, and I will, okay? Because everything is sort of settled down personally, But I'm gonna do it, especially with the members of the channel, man. Maybe bring y'all in on the Discord while we do it. Well, rusty as in I need to brush up on my skills. So I'm not rust, but I'm a bit rusty when it comes to the gaming. But I do appreciate y'all tuning in. All right. Liana says night owl. Bella Keys, that's a complicated question because I really don't like to use anybody's instrumentals unless I'm sure that it won't come back to haunt me, because I've had that happen to where I use instrumentals and next thing you know they're getting copyright claim months later. But you can still send me your music and I'll see what I like and maybe I can play it on the stream. Like if you have some good music and you want to send it to me, you know, but the music has to hit. You know, I'm talking drums. Talking drums. Oh man! But again, I'm telling you, I won't have these interruptions anymore after tomorrow. I'm gonna make very good sure of that. It won't happen again. Okay. Shout out to the people that watched the video I posted earlier today about Aisha. There may have been some people wondering, well, Jaye, why don't you make this video? I had one guy on Twitter was like, man, they're about to go in on Aisha Curry. Oh my God. And there was a guy who was like, oh, I bet they're about to go in on Aisha Curry. Yeah, they did go on Aisha. But the video I have planned tomorrow, man, it might top today's video, man. It might, man, I'm telling you, man. I'm in my zone right now when it comes to these videos, man. And, man, y'all might be, I can't wait for y'all to see it. Okay? I can't, yes. Yeah, Grace, take your meds. Yeah, Grace, I don't think you've seen how a lot of these black people are acting out here. There are some that can, but there are some that can't. Okay? But make sure y'all follow me. Hey, listen, man, make sure y'all, if y'all haven't, go and check out the latest podcast that I did. You can go and check it out on Anchor. I had to go in on these males because people like to say, well, Jaye, you don't hold these men accountable. Oh, I hold them accountable. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Why you think you have so many dudes that don't like me? You got so many dudes that be trying to troll me. Try, quote unquote, try. They try to troll me, you know, and they don't like the fact that I do hold them accountable. They expect me to just always go at women, I guess, you know, and especially when it comes to politics, they don't like my political takes, even though I think I'm right in my stance. But a lot of these guys they think like women. They're emotional, they're sensitive, and again, they're not taking their medication. Thank you, Miss Tech. Shout out to everybody that checked it out. I like to do off YouTube stuff as well. You know, I just like to spread the content out. I don't like to just do everything here. I'm on Parler as well. Y'all follow me on Parler too. You know, go ahead and follow me on Parler too. That's like a Twitter alternative. You know, if you want to follow me on there, that's fine. You know, what else? Facebook and Twitter, Instagram too. I'm everywhere where y'all can follow me. I will say this about social media. You know, big tech is starting to disintegrate, especially Twitter. So you definitely do need to follow the alternatives out here, you know. I do mistake. I hold everybody accountable. I hold everybody accountable equally because a lot of y'all piss me off in some of the things you say and do, so I have to address it. You know, whether it's these males or these females. You know, it just so happens that there's a lot of women doing a lot of dumb shit out here because they think that they have the backing of what's going on culturally in our society. And I have to bring them down a notch and say, no, you don't, because we still gonna hold you accountable. You can't go out here and twerk in people's restaurants while people are eating. Probably in there, dressed, half clothed. We don't know what you've been up to. Okay? We don't know what activities you were engaging in before you got there or what you're going to engage in. And you just dancing and twerking all over the place. They have COVID protocols and you twerking all over I'll say all over the grass. You're twerking all over the glass. Like, come on, man. What's good, Days? I see you. Shout out to Days. I see you, Days. Did you forget about the CV? You want to twerk all over the glass. That's why he probably got mad, because he has certain protocols. Y'all already in there with no mask, which listen, you shouldn't be sitting in a restaurant wearing no mask. I think that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But I mean, But yeah, man, they have certain protocols. They don't want to get shut down. But they may try to get him shut down, which is the sad part. But again, if that's a red state, he ain't got to worry about that. Now, if he was in California or, maybe even in certain parts of Canada, they may try to shut him down. That's why it's very important to know the type of people you're voting in office in your states, because they may hate you and they may want you to not have a business because they want, they want Jeff Bezos to get even richer. Even though I use Amazon regularly, they may want them to get even richer. So they may want your business shut down. But I just want to ask black women this. Black women, you want to be taken seriously, right? You want men to respect you. Why are you twerking in public like that? Honest question. Like, that you're marginalizing yourself. No decent woman is going to be in public twerking in a restaurant. Now, if you in the club and you want to do whatever, that's fine. But when you're at a restaurant, people are eating, people are already on edge as is because of CV, and you're in there dancing and twerking, which I think this wasn't the first time this has happened. I think this has happened a couple different times. And, he didn't really say nothing because he's like, okay, they're not going to do it again. But they keep doing it and they're not being accountable for their actions. He's going to have to step in even when he may not want to step in. But that's just the nature of the women these days, man. And then they wonder why these guys only see them as a sexual object. Somebody to be a side piece, somebody to be a jump off. They don't see you as wife material. They don't even see you as girlfriend material. They see you as somebody they can just, deal with on the side, a friend with benefits, because you don't respect yourself. You don't respect your body. And men can see that. You may not think men can't, but men can. Especially a man who has dealt with a lot of women and deals with a lot of women as, side women. He doesn't really deal with them as anybody to be in relationships with or anybody to even be married to. There's only a certain type of female that's going to get that ring. Now, are there slores that are able to get married? Yes. Just look at the guy that they're marrying. Okay? That guy's probably a desperado. So he's willing to marry any woman that will give him some. But in most cases, a lot of these women are chasing the same type of men. So for the most part, they're going to seek marriage from that guy and he's not going to be interested. One, because he's probably already married. Or two, he doesn't see you as marriage material, man. You're not marriage material. Understand that. So twerking in public doesn't help that. You may think that you're, getting the attention that's going to get you the guy you want. Let me tell you something. Twerking only attracts thirsty men. It doesn't attract men who value themselves higher. It doesn't. What's good, Shanti? I see you. Good point. Listen, I want you ladies to do better because a lot of y'all are raising children. And I feel bad for the children. Because a lot of them never grow up in a stable 2-parent environment, or even with 2 parents who can co-parent with each other, because they're all jealous of each other. You know, who are you going to see? Who you dating? Who you bringing around my kids? It's a bad decision making, man. So when y'all don't understand why these guys don't take you seriously, just look yourself in the mirror. Just look yourself in the mirror. And try to figure out why you can't get who you're looking for. The men that are wearing dresses are the type of men y'all date. Y'all are dating men that wear dresses. Y'all are dating men, or y'all are friends with men who do that. Y'all embrace that. Y'all just don't want the men that y'all deal with the most to be into that activity. But y'all will deal with those guys and pretend like you don't see the signs. You don't see the red flags. You know, there are black women who defend these guys wearing dresses. What do you say about that? So I think you need to, again, look at yourself. Because there ain't a lot of black men wearing dresses like that. There's some of these guys that are just mentally screwed up. That's why they're wearing dresses. Because they are super fluid, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I mean, the guys that are wearing that stuff, those are guys that mentally they just ain't all there, man. They don't know who they are. They don't know who they are. Some guys wear it like because they're just, you got male attention slurs too. Guys that go out here attention seeking just like women. So they will do extreme things to get the attention of people. That will go on with some of these guys. Not me, Jay. I wanna. Well, Vanderbilt, man. Well, Ednice, I think you're becoming more and more the minority, because there are women who, in their mind, they're men, and they want men. They want to date males who complement their masculine energy. You got women that have masculine energy, and they want a man who's gonna come with more feminine energy. Those are the type of relationships that are becoming more and more. But y'all know you embrace these guys. You embrace them. So, you know, you embrace them. So you can't sit up there and all of a sudden act like you don't embrace these guys that, you know, need help. These guys who, again, don't know who they are. They have identity issues. You know, you got a lot of that going on. A lot of these guys that just have deep-rooted identity issues. They need help. And maybe y'all can help them. You know, like I've seen melanated women defend these guys who have an alternative lifestyle, but then they will turn around and throw it back in these guys' faces. That's the weird thing. You know, they will defend these guys' right to do whatever, but then they will throw it back in these guys' faces. That's the one thing that I've noticed. I've noticed them do that. Shout out to iFanes. They don't want to look at themselves in the mirror. Zeke, the 4 or 5 IG. Okay. Appreciate that, man. I'm glad I was able to get the stream to work. finally, as it got later, you know. Make sure you like the stream if you haven't. Shout out to everybody that's here. I was planning on taking phone calls, but I'm not because I don't want the stream to just go off again. I wanted to to end this stream on a good note, not a bad note. You know. Grace, a lot of you females, like, with your mindset, aren't dating men, you're dating males. That's why you're running into these pseudo weirdos, because you're dating those type of guys. You're not dating men, you're dating males. You're dating guys who you think display what men should be. And that's why you're having all these questions, because you've had these questions but never been able to answer them. You need to look at what you're surrounding yourself with and the type of guys that you're getting with. Thank you, our fans. Yeah, I try. But yeah, I was able to give y'all a show tonight, despite the issues that I've had on this stream. Grace, your man is not giving you any energy right now. You're on my live stream, 12 o'clock on the East Coast, a.m., and you're upset. You're giving me all your time and energy. He's not getting none of your energy. Or maybe he's sitting next to you, listening to you in my live stream, listening to me. I would never want to be that guy whose girlfriend or wife is sitting up listening to another guy while she's in the chat room disagreeing with him. I can see if you're a fan of what I do and you with somebody, it is what it is, that's cool. But if you're somebody that doesn't like what I'm saying, but you claim you have somebody, but you're up late listening to them and you're disagreeing with them, what does that say about you? That lets me know that I'm holding more importance than the guy you're with. I mean more. I'm more of a big deal. I'm more important than who you're with right now. Me. Yeah, kilt is not a dress. It's not that. That shouldn't even be brought up as far as like men out here wearing full on dresses and skirts and heels and all this other. People will bring it up. Okay, Liana. Well, that's an interesting dynamic. Yeah. Listen, I'm only looking at what y'all say to me. When you try to come at me, just understand I'm going to read your life right here, right in front of you. So don't get mad at me for basically looking at what's going on in your life and being able to understand it more than you do. And that's just the reality of where we're at, man. I understand some of y'all life better than y'all understand your own life. And that's okay, right? That's okay. Because everything is a learning experience, right? You can all learn something from each other. I'm not one of those people that don't think that, people can learn different things from different people, I'm all about, finding opportunities to learn certain things. I'm willing to teach certain things, my mindset, my ideology, if you just listen instead of getting emotional, You know, there's too much emotional thinking out here. How are you ever going to understand a man if you don't sit and listen and understand why they think the way they think? What's the purpose of them saying the things that they're saying? You're not even taking the time to do that, you know? But ultimately, I think Grace will be better off by listening to me. And other women too. They'll be better off. You know, some of these males that constantly disagree with me, but they still listen. They're gonna be better off. They just, you know, that emotional thinking, it's ruining them. But all you can do is hope for the best for these people. Okay, people, that's it. All right, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Shout out to everybody. That's it for me. I appreciate y'all for hanging in there and being patient. But yes, I will be back. Things will be a lot better tomorrow. And make sure you go and check out the video content that's already posted. Check out the podcast. Also, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm on Parler as well, Jada Black. If you're on there, you can follow me. Look me up. I'm there. And you can send me email at jadablacklive@gmail.com. Hold on, let me make sure I put the right one in there, because some of y'all be putting J as in Jay-Z, which is, I don't know why people do that. They put the J, but they put J as in Jay-Z. No. You know, put that in there. That's the email. That's the email right there, man. I gotta, you know. Shout out to Liana, the good nurse. Thanks, I appreciate that. You know, and like I said, y'all gonna be better off for it. All right, cool, Bella. If y'all shout out to everybody that's over there on Parler. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Y'all have a good rest of your night, and I'll see y'all on the next one.